You know, something came up in passing recently. Just an offhand remark, not even meant to spark a debate. But it wormed its way into my brain and started chewing on the walls like a termite in a haunted house. With the absolute dross pumping out of Hollywood these days, the remakes, reboots, reimaginings, requels and regurgitated slop, and with the audience having done a box office vanishing act, maybe it's time to stop chasing the next big flop and start digging through the vaults. I might have mentioned this before, but with every soulless prequel and formulaic franchise flick landing with a thud, maybe we need to turn the spotlight away from billion-dollar black holes and back toward the cinematic crypt. Because believe it or not, there's gold buried beneath all the celluloid dust. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we are full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Daemon, and today I'm cracking open the fossilized remains of forgotten cinema to ask the question, why not fix the past instead of fumbling the future? See, I name-dropped a little film not long ago, probably when I was ranting about Jurassic World Rebirth and how Hollywood can't help flogging the same dead T-Rex. And that film was Dinosaurus. Yes, exclamation mark included. It's earned. And it got me thinking, why is this film not talked about more? Sure, it's a 1960 sci-fi B-movie with a title that sounds like a 5-year-old named it. But you know what? It's still entertaining, genuinely. It's got charm, it's got energy, and it's got stop-motion dinosaurs that, while they won't fool anyone, still manage to stir something that modern CGI doesn't character. But here's the rub. A lot of people, especially the TikTok generation, are going to take one look at the dated effects and write it off. And that's a shame, because there's still meat on those bones. But rather than just restoring the picture or upscaling the resolution, what if we went further? Take a cue from Doctor Who. For decades now, the BBC has been quietly updating special effects for classic episodes. Some of them subtle, new starfields, a redone spaceship here and there. And some of them questionable, like animating entire missing episodes with art styles that make Flash animators look like Renaissance painters. This is the same BBC, let's not forget, that once thought it wise to burn their archives. Yes, literally destroy history. Nothing's really changed there, though. Now they're trying to patch the gaps with Saturday morning cartoon-tier animation. Genius. But sarcasm aside, they do have the right idea. Why let an old episode suffer with a balloon animal snake in Kinder when you could give it a digital creature that actually looks like it might have once frightened someone other than a child with a phobia of party supplies? It's the same principle with films. Enhance, don't replace. Dinosaurus could benefit from a gentle CGI facelift, better lighting on the dinos, smoother transitions in the stop motion, maybe a modern sound mix. Respect the original, but give it tools it didn't have access to at the time. And this isn't about turning everything into Marvel sludge or slapping lens flares on old movies. It's about redemption, a second chance. Because let's be brutally honest, new doesn't mean better, especially not in 2025, where every trailer starts the same way, ends the same way, and sells you the same empty promise with different IP. We're at a point where even audiences are tired of what's being made. The hype's gone, the spark's out. And Hollywood, they're just throwing darts at legacy properties and praying something hits. So instead of funding another $300 million train wreck, why not take just a fraction of that cash and fix the visual rot on films that, actually deserve a second glance? Take the 90s, for example. It was a golden age of tone, style, and, well, some truly horrific CGI. Remember Spawn? That film had atmosphere, grit, and a practical suit for Al Simmons that honestly still holds up today. But Malabolgia, that end fight scene, woof. You could run that through a free AI upscaler and honestly get something better. And yet, if someone were to go back in and remaster that digital hell Spawn into something worthy of the comics, Spawn could get a whole new lease on life. Maybe even reclaim its reputation. And with the Spawn reboot stuck in purgatory, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Or how about Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger? Ray Harryhausen's work is, well, legendary, and I'm definitely not advocating changing the animation style. But maybe we tidy up the compositing, adjust the shadows, enhance the transitions a bit, preserve the art, but, polish the frame around it. And this logic doesn't stop at fantasy or sci-fi. Look at all those sitcoms filmed in black and white. I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, The Munsters. These shows got colorized for syndication, and guess what? It worked. They found a new audience. They looked more modern, and nobody was whining about it, because when done right, you can make the past relevant without stripping it of its soul. There's a whole generation of films and shows that didn't fail because they were bad. They just hit their ceiling too early due to budget, tech, or timing. So maybe instead of tossing them on the nostalgia pile to be remade into something soulless, the craft legacy, anyone? We help them reach the potential they always had. Look, I'm not saying you give every B-movie a 4K retexture and Dolby Atmos. But let's face it, if you're willing to throw hundreds of millions at content that no one's going to watch twice, looking at you, ballerina, maybe throw a little love at the movies that still have heart. Stop trying to reboot the corpse. Resuscitate the classics. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinions in the comments, where, naturally, I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous.